I'm absolutely thrilled and delighted to have my Member of Parliament, Dr. Carolyn Bennett, here tonight. She's going to speak on behalf of the Liberal Party, Liberal Caucus in Parliament. She's a Member of Parliament in my riding, and if you come to Toronto during the elections, there's about 80,000 cars that pass my house every day. So it's a prime site for signs. And my house is the first house that Carolyn's husband comes to put up her huge signs. My Member of Parliament, Carolyn Bennett. Now with her, Carolyn? With her is another old colleague of mine, John McCallum, the Honourable John McCallum, who's a distinguished member of the Liberal Caucus. He serves in a riding just north of Toronto. And John is a former Defence Minister of Canada. Welcome, John. And I'm always inappropriate, very inappropriate. I should have first introduced a great colleague of mine, Grant Mitchell from Alberta, Senator Grant Mitchell. For those of you that don't understand Canada, the senior level of government, a senior legislative assembly place is the Senate, not the House of Commons. So welcome, Grant. I served there for 25 years, and Grant was a great colleague. Carolyn.
Ambassador Berkovich, as well as former Ambassador Ziv, we thank you for your service. We also want to say shalom in every meaning of that word, and the fact that so many of us who come from Canada have never lived without peace, and that to come to the region is the way we learn about what life without peace feels like. It's very hard for us to explain to people what they see on the television, how this plays out, and the complexity that was explained to us yesterday by Ambassador Berkovich as well as Ambassador Frechette was very, very, very important. I think that all Canadians understand really what is happening here in this region. All of us on this mission have been here before. It was therefore important for CJ in putting the delegation together to make sure that there were people who have been here, who can make comparisons and can ask good questions. It is my 8th trip here, including when I was Minister of Public Health. And in every... But every previous trip, it's been about the peace process, that there was a feeling that if the two-state solution, if you could just find some compromise on both sides, put people in a room, it could all happen. This was, as explained yesterday, the first time that we've come where the peace process is not really the first thing in people's minds. It's about terrorism, it's about Hamas, and it's about that there cannot be peace as long as Hamas is in charge of the Gaza Strip. I've been here many times, and this time I think more than anything, it's almost, it is so moving to be thanked by everyone we meet for being here. It is important to the whole of the delegation. That we're here, and that we're here with our friends from Canada, and we're here with our Israeli friends, and even Rabbi Friedman Cole's friends from the United States of America. I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight, because it gives a very, very strong message home, and we thank you. As my colleagues have said, that we've had a brief visit, and we've seen a lot of things. Today at the hospital to meet with some of the injured soldiers who lost their colleagues, and to hear that story, that's very, very moving. But to hear from Dr. Levy about the the ethical way in which health and healthcare is carried on in this country, and that a life is a life, and how life must be preserved regardless of who the patients are, who the victims are, and that actually here life is preferred over death. We, I think, have been upset by not only the stories of the rockets that we knew about before we came, but I think the explanations around the tunnels and what now is happening underground as Hamas was stopped by the amazing Iron Dome that we also went to see today, that we are promising you, as we promised the widow at the Shiva today. She wants the world to know the story. She wants her husband's legacy to be one of not being in vain, and of actually going forward from this day in peace, and with everyone understanding what the difficulty and the complexity is in this region. And we will honor her request to go home and speak about what really is going on here, and how it's very, very easy for people to sit in their family rooms and make judgment. It is. So, on behalf of all of our parliamentary colleagues from all parties, and particularly we bring greetings from Justin Trudeau, the leader of the Liberal Party in Canada. We are very, very blessed to have a parliament where we can work together on these issues, and we have one word to say: Shalom.